we've got this interesting debate. It's called I guess the debate is now the Twitter hashtag release the memo. Is that right, Matt? Release the memo is the hashtag. And this is what's going on. So there's information about the FISA applications that were used to target Team Trump. And FISA is this Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act court that gives you really these special warrants to target people tied to foreign intelligence operations or foreign nationals generally. Now, one of the FISA applications targeting Team Trump was denied by the FISA court, I think in the first part of last year. And then they re-upped it and went again in October and did get an application approved. The big question is whether or not this material was the FISA application warrants. What happens is the FBI has to say, look, this is the reason we want the warrant, and they make a good faith showing and disclosure to the court, because the court relies on the FBI to tell the truth, because this is all a secret proceeding. And the question is, did they use the Fusion GPS material? You know, my joke is Fusion GPS is an anagram for Hillary Clinton to justify the targeting through FISA on and subsequent spying on the Trump team. And so Congress has finally forced out these records from the Justice Department, supposedly, but we can't see them. Now, Judicial Watch is sued for these very records, and we're being told they can't even confirm or deny they exist, while they give Congress the same records, and in the end, the American people can't see them. So what Congress has come up with, and Devin Nunes has come up with, and he's the head of the Intelligence Committee, I don't agree with him on everything, but he's been really heroic in trying to get this information out to the American people, is that they've done a summary of the FISA material they have. And allegedly, according to the people who have seen the record, which is now available as a result of the vote of the Intelligence Committee this week, to all of Congress to review, the summary material of what the FISA process was under the Obama administration is available. And the summary material supposedly is quite scandalous because it supposedly shows what we've all been suspecting, that the Obama administration was laundering Clinton mudslinging against Donald Trump that was gained from Russia sources. So remember, Clinton was working, her vendors were working with Russia intelligence sources to suggest that Donald Trump was colluding with the Russians, or the Russians had dirt on Donald Trump. And rather than go tell Donald Trump, oh, looks like the Russians may be trying to blackmail you, let's help protect you because you're a victim, they use this as an excuse to spy on him. I guarantee you that's what's in the results in this summary memo. And the problem for the deep state is they used all of this garbage to spy on and justify lawless spying on President Trump. And I guarantee you the current special counsel, Robert Mueller, is still using this garbage to justify a criminal investigation of the President of the United States and people close to him and his family. So Sarah Carter, the intrepid reporter, has a story out about what's in this memo, and she suggests that if the material comes out, senior officials at the Justice Department and FBI will lose their jobs and the Mueller investigation might end. Remember, shut it down. That's been my little hashtag. I don't do hashtags well on Twitter, but if you follow our tweet feed, we talk about shutting the Mueller operation down because we know it was conceived by the fruit of the poison tree, or poison trees, depending on your perspectives. But this shows you the backwards process we have here in Washington, D.C. We still haven't seen the FISA applications, the FISA warrant information. Congress has seen it, but they won't release it. But there's this summary memo of the underlying documents that now all of Congress has seen, and now the debate is whether Congress is essentially going to vote to release that summary memo and, quote, declassify it. So in the least, that's what needs to be done. You know, Judicial Watch, as I said, has 25 or so lawsuits on this whole Russia, Clinton, Obama, illegal spying, unmasking, leaking, targeting the Trump team. and we're getting massively stonewalled. Now, Congress has some of the documents because you know what? It's amazing what happens when Congress gets its act together. You had one chairman, Devin Nunes, whose leadership has resulted of disclosures that the FBI and the Justice Department has not wanted to make for well over a year. Congress has no excuse not to get this information out. We have tremendous success in using the rule of law to get documents that Congress doesn't get. It's not because we have more rights and more powers than Congress does. It's a failure of leadership by Congress to do oversight effectively. And here we've got this, the barest minimum of oversight. You can see how effective it can be. So we want Congress to do more. I don't care. I just want the documents to come out. If we get them out through FOIA, that's great. But Congress has the documents now and can release it all. And I would suggest they don't stop at a summary memo of the underlying activity or underlying documents. They get it all out. So this is the big push this week and probably next week and over the next few weeks, whether Congress is going to release this summary material about this illicit spying on the Trump team, because that's what it's about. Fusion GPS equals Hillary Clinton equals Russia collusion. And they were working with the Obama FBI and Justice Department to target the Trump team. This is one of the most egregious scandals and abuses of power ever in American history, ever.